Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I am happy to be with you here today. We are going to be talking about the waves of the ocean, and we've got some fun things to share. We're going to get right into it. I got a lot to show you today in a short amount of time. I participated in a blog hop today, so you want to make sure you head to sweetstamper.com and see the card that I made for the blog hop, and then lots more ideas. I think there's about 18 people on the blog hop, so you'll get a ton of ideas. And I love to just inspire you, arm you, empower you with lots of ideas. So Waves of the Ocean is a brand new promotion. It runs all the way through the end of May. Couple of interesting things about this promotion. Here's all the elements of it. So you can get the bundle, and when you get that bundle, as per bundle, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, the way Stampin' Up! Bundles run, it's 10% off. So when you buy the stamps and the dies together, you get it at bundle price, which is 10% off. There's also some gorgeous designer series paper, some foils, 3 shades of foil, and then the rhinestone basic jewels. You're going to love the jewels. You're going to have the rhinestones. Couple of things that you want to be mindful of. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you've joined me. Is that this bundle is actually a pre-release. So this is going to be in our new annual catalog that comes out in May. So you can get it now. And that is really nifty because you'll get to play with it all through March and April, and then you'll have another whole year beginning in May. Now, the designer series paper, the foils, and the rhinestones are only available through May the 2nd, and they're while supplies last. So May 2nd is when the, I think May 3rd is when the new catalog goes live. Hey, Lisa. So right up until then, but if supplies don't hold, if they run out, they won't have time to order more and turn it around. So just be mindful of that. You can actually order the entire collection. Where's the, here it is. The whole collection is $79.25. You can actually put that into a starter kit order, and then you also get free shipping, and you also get to order another $45 because you get $125. You're only going to pay $99 plus tax, and then when that new catalog comes out in May, you get to get all your new goodies at a discount. So just saying. Okay, so let me show you a couple of the swaps that I got. I participated in a swap, and a couple of things I want to show you, a couple of my favorites. They are in clear envelopes to protect them. So this has the foil, this Night of Navy foil behind here. It's gorgeous. And then one of the dies, and then the paper as well. So some different elements of the suite. This is exquisite. Isn't that paper gorgeous? I'm going to share a video that Stampin' Up! Released about the process they used to create this very artsy, very beautiful designer series paper. Haven't played with the Pelican yet, but he is on my, I want to get my hands on him. I just haven't had time to yet. He's so pretty. So just very regal looking there, looking out over the ocean. Here is an example of using just the paper. Again, see, both of these use just the paper, and then the Pelican, not the ocean stamp. And then some of the different words and the label, stitch label dies are really nice. We get those all year long to play with, so that's going to be neat. Now, some of the designer series paper, hi Lena, has this Calypso coral and so saffron. So some really cool colors. It's not just about the blues, but you've got these beautiful Calypso coral shades in here. And I love, this is by Amy Story. She's a friend of mine here in Texas. And look at all the little details she's put in here. Just a really lovely, lovely card. And then last but not least, before I start stamping, this is another one of my favorites. Again, the Pelican. Funny that I haven't used him yet. But this is a great example of showing you a little bit of the waves without like doing the whole piece like I'm going to do today. And then nestling that, that Pelican right in there. Okay, so we are going to do simple and stepped up stamping today. So let's see how we get on. I do have a host code for you, so if you see anything you want to shop for, you can go to my online store and use my host code, and you will get some goodies. Now, I'm using my Stamparatus for a couple of reasons. number one, this is a really large stamp. We do have a block this large, but I do find a lot of times it's just easier to put it on my Stamparatus. But I'm also want to be able to stamp this a couple of times and not have to worry about it shifting. And I realize I left my magnets at my design center. So your Stamparatus comes with these 2 magnets. They're super strong. I put packing tape on mine to give me a little handle. And I don't need a pad under here because I have a red rubber, cling rubber stamp. Now I have a panel here, and this is 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And I've already kind of got this lined up. So I put my little mark there to let me know that that's my corner, and then affix my my magnets, and then I'm ready to go. Now I'm going to use Coastal Cabana ink, and you'll notice I have my stamps underneath here because I find that that is like the perfect little buffer to hold my plate in place. Now, I can just go here, and I'm using, again, Coastal Cabana ink, and this is really pretty, but I want to add, oh, it's too far down, not far enough down. I'm going to have to flip that over. Look how pretty that is. I will say I just re-inked that pad. You see what is happening? I don't have this positioned well, and I would need to cut that off, or I can just flip it over and bring this down a little bit. So I thought I had it lined up, and not quite. Hey, Crystal, I'm glad you're joining us. So I'm going to bring this down a wee bit, and I'm going to ink it up again. And this time I'm going to add a second color. So this is not Calypso Coral. I've got Calypso, all these C's in my head. This is Coastal Cabana, and I will say I just re-inked my pad, so it's really, really got a lot of ink there. But I'm going to bring my Pacific Point in, and I'm going to take a sponge dauber. These come 5 to a pack. And I'm going to ink up some of the areas here that I can tell don't have as much ink on them, and just introduce this darker blue to give some variation to my waves. These waves are just, the artwork on this is really, really exquisite. Okay, so now let's stamp this and see if we are in place. Ah, I did it wrong. It was supposed to come, I see what you're saying, Lisa. You said it needs to come up. I am going to bring it up. Thank you. But you see the difference in just the Bermuda Bay, sorry, I can't say it today. Coastal Cabana, but you see how when I put in that other shade of blue, how pretty it is? So let me go ahead and grab, thankfully I have an extra piece here. So I need to go up higher. That was a klutzy thing to do. But, you know, sometimes it just kind of runs that way. Okay, so it is pretty. And what I would do here is I would just trim that down a little bit. That's all I would do. And this is my simple. Maybe we're just going to have to step it up right on camera instead of doing 2 separate cards because I don't have a separate little piece here. Okay, so this, you know, there's not a right or a wrong here. You just kind of add some ink. And the nice thing is, because I'm on Stamparatus, if I want to add some more, I can just ink it up and add it and come right back over here. So now, and this is just basic white cardstock. Oh, now I'm liking it. I'm going to add just a little bit more of the Pacific Point and not the Coastal Cabana. The Coastal Cabana came through really well. Like I said, I just re-inked that pad. So I'm going to come through here and I'm going to add a little bit more. You can see there's a fair bit of ink still on here because I haven't cleaned my stamp yet, so let's just see what happens. You know, again, there's not a right or a wrong here. I think you could just have a lot of fun with this. All different shades, watery blues and greens. To make either, you could make it darker to make it more of a stormy ocean, or paler. Oh yeah, I'm liking that a lot. Okay, I'm really happy with that. Now, because it's already here, I'm going to go ahead and just stamp my little birds right there. And I think I'm just going to do simple. I don't even think I'm going to step it up today. I think I'm just going to do simple stamping today. So let's do, I brought out gray granite for my birds. So let's do a few little birds. We'll put them over here because, you know, the birds like to get close to the water looking for something to eat there. And I've made them really pale. And then I am going to, no, I am going to step it up because, no, let's do the black. See, I can't decide what I want to do here today. I was going to originally do a simple and then a stepped up, but I'm going to do it all at once. Now, I want to make sure that I'm stamping straight. Whew! I didn't even mount that straight. It's all cattywampus. Good thing I've got some grid paper under here to line it up. Oh, that's much better, but it's still kind of going uphill a little bit. You know, sometimes with these skinny stamps, hey, Susie, I'm glad you're watching with me today. Sometimes these skinny stamps, they will do some funky things for you. That little Y. Okay, let's try again. Okay, now I'm happy. And you know what I probably should do? Well, let's leave well enough alone. Let's just go, happy birthday. Haha. I do like that nice trim font. So I am going to take my chamois and pop it out of here. I don't know if you guys do this, but it's a great way to store your chamois. These are just our little, our stamp cases, our standard stamp cases. They become $4 to a pack for like, I don't know, $7 or $8. They're really reasonable. Well, you can do, they're great for storing your embellishments and all kinds of things, but they're really good for storing your chamois because they allow just enough air in there to where it's not going to mold. Because, you know, if you have that airtight, it's got water and it will mold on you, and you don't want that. So now this little guy is ready to go back in here. Now you can see I was going to bring out my mini boss and do some fancy footwork with the foil, but I think I will leave that for another day. And let's just keep it to simple stamping. The simple stamping this month for March is stamps, ink, paper, and an embellishment. And that is perfect for my project because probably my favorite thing in this collection besides the stamps, and I do love the stamps. The dies are gorgeous, but I love the stamps. My other favorite item is definitely the rhinestones. So look at these rhinestones. So we have the navy. These look more like a balmy blue here, maybe even misty moonlight. And then these are more like pool party. And these are kind of, I don't know, maybe granny apple green. And these are coastal cabana. I mean, they are just gorgeous. And you can see how they kind of all work with these watery shades. Now this is 5 by 3 3/4. I am going to mat it to a piece of Bermuda Bay because I like the way it picks up that coastal cabana. My 2 ink colors are Coastal Cabana and Pacific Point in the water. And then I did my birds really pale. I did them in gray granite. Did my birthday. It's not totally straight, but you know what? It's a handmade card. I'm good. This is a card base of Pool Party. And let's see. grab one of these. I have been prepping up a storm in the studio today. My husband's out of town, which means I am working nonstop. I don't need to stop for dinner or anything. So let me move this paper out from underneath here because I'm at a place where I don't need that. And that way I think you can see a little better how this is looking. I mean, that's just super simple, but it's all about that gorgeous water. So this is a simple stamping card. Simple stamping is a hashtag and a challenge that Stampin' Up! Does every month. And it is all about the basics of stamping. And we always start with stamps, ink, and paper. And sometimes that's all we have. This month, we get to add an embellishment. And it was any theme. So this is just perfect. Happy birthday. This is a great guy card right here. A lot of times we struggle with cards for the guys. And this is just perfect. And even though this is black, and there's nothing else black here, because this font is very clear and it's very light, I think it works. It's not like this big, bold, black, words, big, bold words in the middle of everything else here that's quite soft. So I think I'm going to take, oh, look at there. Oh my. It's going to be hard to choose where to even put them. They're so pretty. But I think I'm going to do like this. And as much as I would like to do more, maybe I'll add a few of these lighter ones into the water over here. Oh yeah, I think I will. I think I can get away with it. So there we have it. Stamps, ink, and paper, and a little embellishment using the brand new Waves of the Ocean stamp set. Did not even break out the dies today. We'll break those out next time. And these dies can all be used with a mini cut and emboss machine, which is the one that's on sale this month for 20% off. So this bundle, again, is a bundle price. That means you get it for 10% off when you buy the stamps and the dies together. And just a reminder that this is a pre-release item, and that means that this is going to be available all through the next catalog period, which begins in May. Now let me show you some of these dies. You might look at these little guys here and wonder what that is. You see how you can add that to your clouds and give them a real sense of movement and definition. This is the little, there's two cloud dies, like a double and then a single. And then this is the die I was going to use today. Perfectly fits the happy birthday. And it has those little slots on the end. Really nice for putting ribbon or leaving it straight. You can just leave it plain. And then this is the one that cuts out the pelican on the little pelican on the pier, as it were. Oh, here. Now, these little dies here, I think they're interesting because here, Amy used them, where'd it go? Here, to give definition to the clouds. And here, they're used to make the seas rough. So there's a lot of fun things you can do with them. And this is the Coastal Cabana foil. And then, let's see, this one has the Night of Navy foil. And then there's also a silver foil, but the silver is more of a soft finish where these have a more traditional mirror finish. Okay, that is it for me today. Simple stamping. We didn't do simple and stepped up. We just did simple stamping today. We kept it super simple. We did the Stampin' Up! Hashtag for March, which is stamps, ink, paper, and an embellishment. Great guy card. Great card for brand new, beginner stampers. This is a great card for beginners because it helps them to play with different colors of ink and get some kind of technique effects but have a real artsy look. This doesn't look like somebody who's brand new to stamping. So this is a great card for beginners. And And then, of course, you can add the dies and all the extras, but just keeping it simple. Simple stamping. I will see you Tuesday. Don't forget, here's my host code. If you have something that you want to purchase, you can hop over to shopwithcandy.com and use my host code, and you will get gifts. Hey, Simone, I'm glad you're here. We're just finishing up. We did simple stamping today. Stamped ink and paper with an embellishment and this gorgeous new Waves of the Ocean stamp set. I will see you Tuesday. Hope you have a great weekend. Stay warm if you're in a cold climate, and I will see you next week. Take care and God bless.